Morning, Rocky. We got another accident to clean up.
I'm ready and willing, Emily.
Take care, you two. Just be back before dark, Rocky.
When Emily isn't carrying passengers or trucks across the island,
She acts as Sodor's very own rescue engine, meaning that whenever there is an emergency or an accident, Emily is usually the very first to respond and race off to the rescue, usually by collecting Rocky, helping to cure someone from falling, even something as small as helping a stranded engine to the works.
Why does this keep happening to me?
thank you, Emily.
Think nothing of it, Derek.
She'll even rescue her worst enemies, if she had to, though she tends to be very smug about this. One evening, Emily was resting in the sheds, chatting with the other engines.
It's just so incredible, Emily. That has to be your fourth rescue in the last 3 weeks.
Big deal. It's not like I really needed her help anyway. I rarely have any accidents.
Oh, I see. So you ran into that coal pit on purpose, did you, James?
Yes. As a matter of fact, Nia, I was showing, how not to go into a sighting.
Well, you're the expert, James.
Either way, Miss Emily certainly has a knack for getting engines out of trouble.
Can't say I'm shocked, Toad. She saved us on her very first day, remember?
Is that when you first became the rescue engine, Emily? Not officially, Mia. It actually started when I first got this.
Emily addressed the big number 12 on her tender.
You mean you weren't always number 12, Emily? No, but you should have been there when she first got it, Mia. It was... wow. What a story. One night, Emily was on the mainland taking a goods train, and... maybe it'd be better if Emily told her own story. The idea didn't cross my mind, but why not? Only if the rest of you don't mind hearing it again.
The other engines agreed. Oh yes, please, Miss Emily.
And so, this is the story Emily told them.
One night, not too long ago, Emily was taking the Midnight Goods, a non-stop goods train from Sodor
All the way to Barrow, the very first stop on the mainland. Samson was there, getting ready to leave with his own goods.
Hello, Emily.
Hello, Samson. Hello, Bradford.
Mind that attitude, Missy. You're on Mother Barrow's soil now. You do well to show her respect.
So, Samson, where do you want these trucks?
Over by the sheds, please. I do it myself, but I do have my own goods to take. A job that can only be trusted with the pinnacle of strength and usefulness.
We wouldn't be in the pinnacle of anything if you don't get a move on, boyo. We're already 0.065 seconds late.
We're going. Late indeed. It's the guard who's late. Honestly, you'll make 1 dozen mistakes, and suddenly everyone thinks you're just gonna make another.
Shut up about that.
You're on roadie, man. Yeah! Watch where you're going, you puffball.
Sorry.
So, Emily shunted her trucks into the sidings by the sheds. Unfortunately, 2 rude diesels were also in the yard.
Better run along, Carol. Someone might mistake you for one of the recyclables.
Stick it in your air intake, Buzzbox.
Suddenly, Emily heard what sounded like laughing from the other side of the yard.
Ben, somebody tell my old T-Bone to stop making a fuss.
But Emily was curious about the laughter. So, she decided to investigate. Unfortunately for Emily, the other side of the yard was Barrow Scrapyard. The yard and sidings were littered with twisted scrap and rusty carriages. A chill ran through Emily's boiler as she backed into the yard. She really didn't want to be there. But her curiosity got the best of her. She really wanted to see who was laughing.
She soon found them, and boy was she in for a surprise. Sitting in a cold, lonely siding was a very old engine. Its boiler was rusty and decayed, and it was secured by chains on a flatbed. And yet, it was wearing the warmest smile Emily had seen all night. Finally, Emily found her voice.
Hi there. Was that you laughing?
Yeah, sorry about that. It's just been a while since I heard a comeback as good as that one.
Oh, where are my manners? I'm Barry.
I'm Emily. Nice to meet you, Barry. How long have you been here?
Well, a long time. Give or take. You kinda lose track around here with no one to talk to.
But now, I've got someone to talk to. So, who am I to complain?
I guess. Hey, Barry, what did you do before you came here?
Barry sighed as visions of his old life danced before his eyes. What I used to do? What a story that is. I mostly work at a dockyard, but I was known around those parts as a rescue engine.
A rescue engine?
Yes, whenever there was an accident or trouble, I was the one they called out for help. I saved engines from falling off the dock. I helped fire brigades put out warehouse fires. And once, I even helped an express train through a storm. The diesel didn't seem to like the help, but the passengers were happy for the help, and that's all that mattered to me.
I never thought about it much, but the other engines did.
I still can't believe it, Barry. That's gotta be your 12th rescue this month.
And to think, it wouldn't have happened without clumsy Rosie over here.
Don't listen to them, Rosie. I'd be here to help any of you if you need it. That includes them, too.
That reminds me. Trinity, wasn't one of Barry's rescues this month saving you two when you got lost? Again?
Hey, that was Trinity's fault. Me? You were the one who wanted to be in the front, Pug. Well, I have a better sense of direction than you. You couldn't find coal in a coal mine.
Emily interrupted.
Wait a minute. 12 rescues? In 1 month?
Yep. Apparently I set a new record at the docks, and no one's been able to break it. I didn't think too much about it at the time, but looking back, it must have been pretty special.
Pretty special. That's just amazing. I don't know anyone who could pull that off. So, what happened?
Oh yeah. That day. My biggest and very last rescue. There was another warehouse fire, but this time it got too close to some oil tankers.
The firefighters had the warehouse under control, but we knew the real danger was those tankers.
If those tankers go up, they'll take more than half the dockside.
One of us has to move them. Fast! Yeah. Good luck, Pug.
Whoa! Me? Why me? They're your tankers! Yeah, but you shunted them there!
Really? You two are doing this now?
It was getting tense, but I knew what had to be done.
I sprang into action.
Barry! What are you doing?
Don't argue with me, Rosie. Someone's gotta get those tankers out of here. I'll get them as far away as I can. You three, stay behind and help fight the fire if needed.
Yes, sir. Just please be careful, Barry.
Aren't I always?
Truth be told, I didn't know if I was coming back. But that didn't matter. We got the tankers far away from everyone. But by now, they set ablaze too. I backed away as fast as I could, but I was too low on steam. We managed to get back a few feet away when
You got caught in the explosion?
Yep. Quite a doozy it was, too. Did a number on me, as you can see. Driver says he only wished he packed marshmallows that day.
Your driver said that? So... did he?
He and my fireman were both fine. Just some burns and a few weeks in the hospital. But they're just fine. They said I got the worst of it. And what was worse, the manager said I was far too damaged to be fixed. So, they put me on this flatbed to keep me from falling apart. Even more, promising to repair me when they could. Then, a new manager came around. Said I was too old and withered to keep. And so, here we are now. Emily's heart sank as Barry finished that story. She couldn't believe it. A celebrated, heroic engine reduced to a pile of scrap and deemed too old. This made Emily think. She thought about her friends back on Sodor, who were much older. They were the bravest engines she knew, and even older than Barry. Then she thought about her friends who were saved from scrap. Then Emily smiled from buffer to buffer. She knew what she had to do.
Don't worry, Barry. I'll get you out of here. I can take you back to Sodor. They'll fix you up, and you can be a rescue engine all over again.
No thanks.
Of course, Real John will be getting past those two diesels, but I'm pretty sure they've barely got one brain cell between the two of them. Wait, did you just say no?
That's a very kind offer of yours, but I can't go. I'm waiting for something.
Waiting? Waiting for what?
At that moment, a workman came up, looking very reluctant.
Barry, it's time. One of the shunters will be here soon to help you inside.
Inside? Barry, you can't go in there. You'll be scrapped.
Couldn't happen soon enough. They certainly took their time around here. The chill in Emily's boiler came back, even stronger. When it hit her, Barry didn't want to be saved.
Barry, please come with me. You'll be safe on Sodor. You can start a brand new life there, and they'll take good care of you.
No one needs to take care of me, Emily. And I don't want to start a new life. I'm thankful and proud of the one I've been given, and all the people and engines I've helped along the way. If I started over, it would be as if those lives I saved never happened. And I'm much too old and even tried and build my legacy up again. So, it's time for me to go.
No. Please, Barry. Don't go. I don't want to say goodbye.
Then don't. Don't think of it as saying goodbye. Think of it as, I'm glad I got to say hello to a new friend. I've got to say, it was pretty brave of you to offer to help me. Tell me, Emily, are you a rescue engine too?
I guess, in a way. On my first day, I saved my friend Oliver when he was stuck at a crossing.
On your first day, no less? Incredible! And you saved me from being lonely on my last day. Who knows? Keep this up, you might be an even better rescue engine than me one day. Just then, a diesel buffered up to Barry's truck. Feeling content, Barry closed his eyes for a peaceful nap. One that he would never wake up from. All Emily could do was helplessly watch as Barry was carried inside the shed, where the cutters could set about their grim task. Emily didn't know how long she sat there, wishing for Barry to come back out, but she knew he never would. The workman spoke up again.
Excuse me, ma'am. You better go. This is not where you want to be. Trust me.
And so, Emily crawled sadly home, too upset to even look back. Emily sighed, putting her story on hold to collect herself. It still hurt to think about Barry. The other engines patiently waited, understanding how she was feeling.
That story, it never gets easy to look back on, does it? It probably gets even harder to think about it. What you could have done, I bet. More than you could ever imagine. Fortunately, this story has a semi-happy ending.
And so, Emily took a deep puff and continued her story. A small memorial service was held at Barrow Station. Anyone who knew Barry, had been rescued by him at any point, or who just wanted to offer their support, turned up to say goodbye to the rescue engine. Emily was asked to say a few words about him.
And even though I only knew Barry for a short while, his generosity and bravery shone through and through. His willingness to put others before himself is more than admirable. And when he called me his friend right before the end, I couldn't.
But she couldn't finish. It hurts too much to try. That night, Tidmouth Sheds was silent. The other engines heard all about Barry and were worried about Emily. At last, Emily spoke.
That stubborn, pig-headed, wonderful engine. He had a great life and a legacy. And he just... I wanted to help him, but he wouldn't let me. Why wouldn't he let me? Was I wrong to want to save him?
Of course not, Emily. You were just trying to be a friend. But don't forget, in the end, it was his choice. And I think we should be thankful he went out on his own terms.
Indeed. As grim as it sounds, dear Emily, not every engine gets to decide when they're done being useful.
For now, all we can do is respect his decision and find a way to honor his memory. A few days later, Emily was at the works for an inspection. Her mood hadn't improved much since Barry's funeral. Victor wanted to cheer her up.
Good news, my friend. Sir Topham Hatt says that after your inspection, you shall have a new coat of paint. And if there's anything special you liked for it, don't be afraid to say so.
But Emily couldn't think of anything special for her new paintwork. All she could think about was Barry, that brave, stubborn, generous engine who performed 12 rescues in 1 month, and 12! Suddenly, an idea flew down Emily's funnel.
Actually, Victor, there is something special I like done for my paintwork.
That's the spirit, my friend. What is it you like?
That afternoon, Emily called some of the other engines to show them her new paintwork. They were confused as it looked the same as always, until they noticed the big number 12 on the center of her tender.
Well, what do you all think? Oh, Emily, I love it. The number really suits you well. But why now? I've been wanting to have a number of my own for a while now. I just didn't have a reason to ask for one. Then I thought, why not have something to remember Barry by? Something that'll remind all of us of how much he helped everyone.
And it certainly does that, Emily. It suits you very well, and it's given me a splendid idea. Given your knack for helping those in need, how would you like to become Sodor's very own rescue engine?
Me? An actual rescue engine? Oh, sir, I'd be honored. And the rest, as they say, is history. So, here I am, Sir Topham Hatt's number 12 rescue engine. Wow, what I say, it suits you perfectly. You helped me when we first met.
Us too. Yeah, you really do have a knack for helping others. Even though some don't need help.
All right there, James. Next time, you can help yourself out of a coal pit.
Why can't I catch a break for once?
Before Emily could answer, the alarm ran out.
Oh no! Sounds like another accident. Sorry, everyone, but duty calls.
Be
Go
safe,
get him,
Miss
Emily.
Emily! And so, once again, Emily huffed out of a shed, coupled up to the breakdown train, and happily set off to help those that needed it most. As she left, she couldn't help explain why, but she had the funny feeling that Barry was watching over her, beaming with pride as she kept his memory and legacy strong and alive.